I think the first 30 minutes did not go well. We showed a side of us that we've also shown in other games in the season, and it's a little too timid and passive, with some negative body language, negative passing structure, which we don't want to see. It's certainly things we don't actively train and ask our players to do. And when we do that, we look sluggish. And San Diego took full advantage of that in the first 30 minutes. Of course, coupled with some errors from us and a couple of set pieces. But the reaction after that was fine. I think it looked more like us, and we were threatening going forward and created enough chances, also with 10 men. So it's just difficult to kind of sleep for 30 minutes and expect to come away with 3 points on the road. Yeah. And that's not realistic. And I think if we're going to fault ourselves, that's where we start.
2 set-piece goals against you. One of them just a mistake. Mm-hmm. The other one, nice play, but kind of a mismatch in the air.
Yeah. If you look throughout the entire season, you have set pieces, and we track them, obviously, and how teams score against us, how we score against teams. Set piece goals are a part of this game. Mismatch, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it again. It's also just being a little more aggressive and attacking the ball. And if you can't clearly win the ball, then there needs to be some body contact so an opponent can't get a clear look at our goal.
That first half hour and other moments in the season where you feel like maybe some of the energy has been negative, is there a constant in that, or something that you would point to that's, sort of it manifests and you're seeing a trend in that way?
No, I just think that's also us. I think that's also this group. And that's something that we accept and we'll absolutely try to work on and better. It's not acceptable, and it's not possible to fulfill your goals and your ambitions at LAFC if you have 2 very contrasting faces and performances. That's not going to work. And yeah, it's up to us to change that.
And you say it's just us. It's the group.
It's the combination of players, personalities, characteristics, possibly in preparation in game. I mean, everybody at LAFC now will make sure that we weed out those problems, and to be able to put ourselves in a position to win every game, and not just maybe one half of the game.
Yeah, and you started Denis in the middle of the attack. He's not usually been there. He's played on the wing. Is that a result of Jeremy and Olivier not being available? And what did you make of him in the middle?
Well, it's an attempt to get, in our view, this week, your 3 most dangerous attackers on the field together, and to put them in positions where they can succeed. And trying to get Denis' pace in behind a little bit. Ironically, showed up more when we were with 10 guys than we were with 11. And we weren't able to expose San Diego in the first half at all, really, in behind, which we need to do more.
And lastly, for me, San Diego was relentless, but that's been their style since they came into the league. What did you make of the test that you faced here, the atmosphere in the stadium and that team on the field?
It's what we expected, but it wasn't anything where, that we're concerned that we cannot handle or is too overwhelming. I think you also saw their vulnerability. And we just basically handed them the game in the first 30 minutes, and it's hard to recover from a 3-0 deficit.
With going in the middle, are you looking for a little more interchange than you saw, or was that what you wanted to see, where he really is kind of a middle guy?
No, I'm fine staying in their positions and having a little more positional integrity. That's fine too. Interchanging a little bit is also okay. That little bit of creativity and feeling on the field, we leave it to the players.
Okay. The second yellow card for Milor Jesus seemed like it was maybe a challenge that I know he's trying to stop a counter from going on, but maybe a let go. Your thoughts?
Yeah, certainly a harsh decision. I think 10 minutes later there was a foul in the other direction. The exact same scenario was not sanctioned with a yellow card, and so I just don't understand the consistency. But certainly not the reason we lost today.
Well, where do you feel like? How do you feel about this team right now? Where you guys are, and just in terms of the progress through the season?
Yeah, ups and downs. I think I stated it. We really have 2 unfortunately have shown some vulnerability when we're passive, and when we're aggressive and we are confident and play how we want to play, and stay connected. I think we're quite dangerous and very good. So we need to make sure that we're only showing the good side.
Is that simple? Is that a simple fix, or?
It's not It's not like a light switch. That takes time and work, and we will gradually get to the place where we want to be.
Yeah, of course. I think it's just bad and stupid from us to go down 3-0, especially at an away game. That shouldn't happen, but it did happen. I think we showed a good reaction, we showed a good reaction after the 30th minute. Then also in the second half, also when we were one man down, I think we still created some chances where we could have tied the game at least. But yeah, in the end, it's just very disappointing to go back home and with a loss.
What did you make of them and then the environment in this place? Obviously, first-time experience for the entire club coming to San Diego and playing them. What did you make of the surroundings?
Yeah, the surroundings were good. Everything was set up for a good game. We just didn't show up in the first 30 minutes, and that was the problem for us. But yeah, the fans were amazing. Our fans were amazing. They showed the support we need, and yeah, we're just, like I said, very disappointed that we couldn't give them the result they wanted.
In that first phase of the game, what were you guys missing? What was lacking?
I think the biggest problem was pressure on the ball. We just gave them too much time, too much possibilities to pass the ball, to keep possession, and to get out of pressure. And it just made it a little too easy for them to progress the ball forward. And then we concede the first 2 goals after set pieces, which are defendable all the time. So yeah, we just have to work on it and show up on Wednesday.
They're a team that, to this point, they've outpossessed everyone they've played. They generally spend the game between midfield stripe and the box. What do you see in them? What are you impressed by?
Yeah, I think they just showed a very good composure and confidence with the ball in the first 30 minutes, especially. So yeah, they did well there. Congrats to them for the win. But yeah, I also think we just made it too easy for them.
There's a lot of talk that San Diego and LA, that's always a rivalry of some sort. Them coming out and kind of beating you in that first game, does that stir maybe a rivalry that's beyond just the fact that you guys are 120 miles away?
But yeah, I think every loss hurts, especially when we have so many fans traveling. That's what hurts the most, I think. That it's San Diego is not the worst about it, but like I said, especially when so many fans are coming, then we just want to show them or give something back to them. And yeah, that's what we didn't do tonight.
You mentioned Wednesday in Miami. What's the mentality of the group coming off of this game and turning your attention to that match?
Yeah, I think now it's just very important to forget about that game as fast as possible to show and do video of our mistakes, to show what we didn't do well this game, and then just work on it, work together, stick together, and then go again on Wednesday.
What kind of team are we? I think we're a good team. We just got to show up and prove it every day. I think it's always going to be tough to go away and let in 3 goals, especially in the first 30 minutes. I think after that, I think we did a fantastic job of battling back and even playing with 10 men to somehow push the game and create chances, and to kind of fend them off and somehow create a good amount of chances in the second half. I think that's a good push from us. But again, it comes down to the start when we're 11v11 first 30 minutes in a big away match. I think we need to look ourselves in the mirror and make sure we come out and we're better than that.
2 goals off of set pieces. As a defense, nobody.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you give up goals like that. especially the first two. You feel like they're not creating a ton outside of that. So to give up two set pieces, it sucks, man. It's always feels like you're giving them a gift there. So we'll look at film and we'll get better.
And then the third goal, they're able to play a ball right through the goal mouth.
Yeah, that's different. That's a little bit more football from them. That's a good play from them in transition. I don't know how they got out and broke into that transition with so many players. I got to look at that. But again, that's better football from them. I feel like they're a good team, especially with the ball. You can see how gifted they are in possession. So kudos to them. That's a great goal, unbalancing us there and catching us on the counter. But yeah, those first two we're gonna want back for sure.
When you now first time you guys have played against them, what do you think of them? What do they do so well?
I think they're very good in possession. They have a clear style of play. They're going to want to keep the ball. They're going to want to build out of the back. And again, we found times to prey on that and hurt them a little bit, but they stuck to their guns and they got the result tonight, so kudos to them.